In today's video, I'm going to be back in realistic car driving, and I got the E63S, the newer version, which will be taken on the track to see how well this thing can handle the turns. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. So let's launch this thing in 3, 2, 1, blast off. Now I did test out the older E63 with previous video. It did pretty well, even though I did see a bit of oversteer, but I'm not really going to do a comparison, but I'm just going to see how well the newer version does. I think it should do okay or a little better, but we'll just have to see. But I don't think this thing is going to give me any major issues because I have few experience driving it, and I don't remember it being very hard to control or very hard to turn, to be honest. But we did change suspension and stuff like that as always, so hopefully it does help it and make it drive a little better. So far it definitely seemed like it helped it, because I'm taking the turns a lot faster than I remember I could before. Even though I'm hearing a lot of tires screeching, it's still taking the turns very nice. And it's taking the turns very fast. I think this is the fastest I've ever going most of these turns in a car while recording. When I'm not recording, I tend to drive very different. I'm all over the place. But it also depends on if I'm trying to get a nice time or perfect run without any crashes. But I'm taking these turns a lot faster than I would, which is a good thing, and the car is absolutely handling it super well. I mean, this thing is taking the turns like a beast. I'm not seeing any major understeer or oversteer, so that's good as well. Even though I'm hearing a lot of tires screeching, it's not really oversteering or understeering, it's just the tires fighting for grip, I guess. But so far this thing is doing super well and it's very fast. It's definitely, if I were doing a comparison, I'd say the newer version is kind of better than the older version so far. I was about to say C63, I don't know why. I guess the C63 is on my mind. I don't think they have that in this game. I don't think they have any models of that in the game, or maybe they have the older model, but I have to check, I'm not sure. But this thing is doing super well and it's super fast as well, and this thing has 9 gears. When I was tuning it up, I realized it had 9 gears. I was like, what is happening? Oh, get off the grass. Oh my gosh, driver error there, driver error. Now we're getting a bit of oversteer, but that's okay. But I was saying, when I was tuning this thing up, I realized it had 9 gears, and I was like, why does it have so many gears? Because the 9 gears actually made it very tricky to tune it up, especially the gearbox. It was almost a headache. I mean, the 9 gears can be useful, but not useful on this track because there's too much turns where you got to be slowing down. There's no way you're gonna hit 9 gear on the track unless it's at the end where you can kind of go full speed. But on this bit, there's no way you can hit, not even 8 gear you can hit, because it's just too many turns you gotta slow down. The only way I think you can hit 9 gear, as I said, is at the end of the track, which is pretty much a straight away. That's the only time I'm gonna hit 9 gear, I think. But when I realized it had 9 gears, like, why does this thing have so many gears? It made it very hard to tune it up, especially to find the top speed that you can actually reach. If you play this game, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, took that turn nice there. It nearly just went straight towards the grass at the end of the turn there. This car has a lot of grip. It's very sharp and it turns if you're not careful. But so far this thing is doing super well. I like it a lot. And the sound is amazing. They changed the sound. I love the sound of this thing. The sound is very realistic. They need to stop taking the turn so sharp. They need to lock in a bit more. Okay, I realized the game adds speed cameras not on this map, but I thought for a reason those signs were like speed cameras. I was like, why would you have speed cameras on the track? I'm glad it's just for like details. They don't actually charge you if the cameras catch you speed or anything like that in the game on the other map. If that did, then I'll probably slow down for every single one of them. But if you play the game, I think you should probably see them around the map as well. But this thing is doing super well. Oh my gosh, it's taking the turns like nothing. think I found the perfect setup for this thing. Well, not perfect, but like a good setup. I'm not gonna say perfect, because I think there's still room for improvement, but not improvement to where it's like it's necessary. It's only if you want it to. So I'm gonna say this setup is perfect for me because I love the way this thing handled. And even though we came off the grass there, we were still able to control the car. I thought it was gonna spin out on me there for a second. Because when you touch the grass in this thing, it's like the tires touching oil on the road. Well, it depends on the car as well, because I think if that was another car that touched the grass there, it would probably been worse. Very, very bad. Probably would have flipped it. But so far we're doing good. We haven't flipped this thing. I think we rubbed the barrier a bit, came off the track. But so far we haven't had any major crashes. I don't think I've had any major crashes major crashes on the track since I've been recording. I've crashed a few times, but those weren't recorded, sadly. I think I would want to have them for like memories. Oh, some oversteer there. We weren't hugging the apex. That's okay. Car's still handling pretty well. Let's slow down a little bit here. This thing absolutely dominated the track. I gotta give it that. I love the way how this thing takes a turn. I think this is gonna definitely be one of the best handling cars in the game. In terms of rear wheel drive, I mean this car is full rear wheel drive and it's handling like an all wheel drive. Considering that fact, this thing is definitely gonna be up there with the handling. I'm not sure. I need to create a chart and start ranking the cars based on handling. I definitely need to start doing that. But I need to like remember which cars I've taken on the track before. But I know this thing is definitely up there. I think the worst car that I've taken on the track so far was the Viper. I'm not gonna say worse in terms of it's a bad car, but it's definitely hard to control. There's no doubt about that. I spun out like 1 minute and 20 seconds into the video. It wasn't even funny. Like right at the beginning, that was very, very, I don't even know what to call it, but the Viper is hard to control. It's not beginner friendly any at all. It's not even friendly to the driver. That thing straight up on the kill you at times. But this thing wants to be your friend. It wants to take the turns nice and easy and go where it's supposed to go when you're trying to turn it. Which is what I like about it. Very nice handling car. It's definitely very fast. I think this thing can keep up with some of the expensive cars in the game, no doubt. It definitely could keep up with some of the expensive cars. I'm not going to say it's going to be faster than them, but it can definitely keep up. But it really depends on the driver. As long as you can drive it good, you could even win against some of the most expensive cars in the game. Because most of the players, I'm not going to say everyone, but some of them, they don't know how to drive on the track. Like, they crash on almost every turn. I'm talking from witnessing it with my own eyes. Oh, this thing dominated that turn there like it was nothing. Oh my gosh. This thing is a beast. I just realized I can turn while holding the brake. This is one of the cars that has that little nice effect there where you can hold it, kind of trail brake a bit. I wasn't trail braking for half of those turns because I thought it was gonna get windy on me. But I realized I can trail brake. Wow. This thing is definitely up there. This thing is definitely one of the best handling cars in the game. I'm not gonna say the best. Can't say the best until I've done like almost every car, but this thing is definitely up there. It's gonna be in the top 10. Probably even move it up to the top 5 depending on when I start like doing most of the cars or majority of the cars. But this thing is definitely up there, and I'm gonna show you guys setup real quick. But if I would have to rate this thing, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. I didn't see any major issue or anything that I didn't like about it. Definitely handled super well. Now I'm going to show you guys the setup real quick. Remember, you can pause it or slow down the video if I'm going too fast. But so, for the alignment, this is how I have it. Okay, now this is what I was talking about that gave me a headache. The gearbox, you can go down all the way to ninth gear. This thing was a headache to set up. And if you like put it too far, it's gonna just pretty much show you red. I don't know if that actually has an effect, but I think maybe. But I don't like when I put it to like a limit where it can't reach. So I always try to put it like to something that it shows that it can reach, to actually see if we can reach it. I think I'm going to start testing back out cars top speed just to see the maximum top speed I can get out of some of these cars. But yeah, I hope you guys saw the gearbox. Let me just revise it in case I was going too quick, because I pretty much lost focus here talking about the 9 gears. Okay, for the differential, steering. Yeah, but if you guys have this car, it's unlocked by miles, so everyone should be able to get it if you play the game. It's only 250 miles. That's just not very hard to get. Definitely get this thing and tune it up and like change the suspension and stuff like that, because this thing can be a great car to take on the track. It's very easy to handle as long as you know what you're doing. It's not going to try to kill you like the Viper or some of the other cars in the game. This thing is definitely nice, and I love the sound. Let's just get out and rev it up just for the sound of this thing. Let me go down a bit. Wonderful. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you found it helpful.